once tech giant. But first today, the manufacturing sector in Australia is under pressure, facing challenges from overseas rivals, evolving business models and the high Aussie dollar. But according to a white paper from the Australian Innovation Council, exploiting disruptive technologies is key to the ongoing success of manufacturing in this country. And one company that's very active in this space is Siemens. Their Asia-Pacific VP, Rajiv Ghatikar, joins me now from the Sky News Business Centre in Sydney. Rajiv, thanks for coming on the program this afternoon. I want to get your perspective first. You deal with a lot of manufacturers. You're out there in the marketplace. What are they telling you? What are they worried about?
Well, I think their key concern has always been how to be differentiating themselves from their competitors. So it's all about innovating and trying to get ahead by working on and investing in technologies that can make the difference for their business and their products and their customers.
Now, are you getting a sense that they are feeling this sense of pressure, especially with the high Aussie dollar and what's going on with jobs being outsourced overseas?
I certainly think that they feel that there is a reason for them to do something differently to be able to get ahead of the pack. So that pressure is in some ways positive because I think it keeps them on the leading edge of doing the right things and investing in the business. So I believe that that's a positive influence on their direction. And in many cases, I think that their response has been to partner with companies like Siemens PLM Software to work through their challenges and try to make it successful for delivering the results that customers want of them.
And why do you think, in your experience, some of the reasons that Aussie manufacturers maybe are losing business to countries like China? Obviously, labour cost is one, but what are the reasons that you've encountered?
Well, I think that initially the movement was purely driven by competitiveness, and the cost aspect, as you mentioned, has been a key driver behind businesses moving to China. But I think in the last few quarters, years, I think there's been a better awareness around the fact that it's not just that the cost in China is necessarily lower. In fact, costs in China are catching up. There are certain risks in China that they're getting exposed to, be it IP, be it execution risks, which cause some of the business to go to the ASEAN countries out of China. So China also has seen a bit of that evolution, if you like, in their maturity. Having said that, the manufacturers in Australia, I think, would be looking at trying to differentiate themselves based on the technology that they are embracing so that they can produce those products with a competitive edge which could be seen as more expensive but provide a lot of value to the customers. And therefore, it's not necessarily a matter of cost alone. It's about being better and different.
Okay. Now, take us through some of the technology options here. I know that there's been a lot of work around big data, mobility and collaboration. What are some technology solutions they have to choose from?
Yeah, so obviously the current challenges we have are with regards to what you've mentioned. So big data being one of them, it's being able to manage a platform and architecture which has a lot more information and data in them, to use them sensibly, to be able to analyze them and make them economically retrievable and managed. There's the whole ever-increasing complexity behind products itself. That product complexity lends itself to solutions like ours because the more complex your product structure and your requirements and your product development processes, the more Siemens PLM software can provide the differentiator they need in managing all that information and working and being more competitive. There's also the whole aspect around flexibility. Our systems are completely flexible. They're open, standard-based, and they allow companies to interact with other technology solutions so that using Siemens PLM software, you can work with other complementary and supportive technologies to get ahead such that we don't have a position where the customer feels excluded in using anything else they otherwise would like to. So with all these and the flexibility we provide, customers are now using technology to boost their innovation, to take products to market much faster, and to differentiate their solutions amongst their competitors in a much more effective and efficient manner.
Okay, Rajiv, let me challenge you on this. The problems with manufacturing in this country seem to be quite deep-seated. Governments are struggling with this issue. Surely it can't be as simple as just installing some new technology. That's not going to solve these problems.
No, I agree with you. I think that the problems are, as you say, fundamentally deep-rooted in how things have evolved over time. It's not something that happened in the last years or quarters. It's more about where the structure is. But I think technology is that differentiator that's going to help them to get caught up. So in other words, if you use technology that provides you with cutting-edge solutions, This is what's used in countries like Germany, for example, in developed parts of the world where, and Australia being a developed country, being an advanced technology embracer, should be able to lead with them to provide the same solutions here that other such companies are using in other parts of the world. So I think we would help Australia to get caught up, if you like, with aspects that are cutting edge, that give them and get them back up to where they belong. So I think they can compete effectively and they can make a go for what is available there to work with.
So it essentially helps them move back up that value chain. All right, Rajiv, thank you very much for your time and joining us on the program today.
Thank you.